Music fans, welcome back. It's Dave. It is the Real Music Observer, observing real music in real time for real people just like you and just like me. Fleetwood Mac, I think their goal at this point is to humiliate Lindsey Buckingham. It's gone beyond just kicking a guy out of the group. The fact that there are backstories being written by so-called journalists who don't have a clue as to who recorded Black Magic Woman, but yet they know that Buckingham's influence on Tusk was a real sticking point with the group. All right, they know that, but they don't know Black Magic Woman, Santana, but originally Fleetwood Mac, and Stevie Nicks sounds horrible singing it and so forth. They don't get that, but they're willing to talk about Tusk. And when I start to see and hear revisionism, I started hearing it when certain folks in the band Journey were talking about the song Don't Stop Believin', which Steve Perry, I think, has recently kind of clarified where the song was written, what it was written about, and the fact that he pretty much took one phrase and then ran with it and wrote the rest of it. And then Neil Schon obviously added some musical parts that are very important to the song and so forth, and Perry directed all of the traffic. But getting back to Fleetwood Mac, kind of saying, look, Tusk was kind of a bomb. We didn't want to go forward with Tusk, even though everybody's probably in a drug-induced haze and stupor at the time. Lindsey Buckingham, even though if he were part of that, he was still coherent enough to kind of direct the traffic in the sense that he was the guy arranging, producing, coming up with ideas and so forth. And it's not like the other members didn't have ideas. Look, to not perform, say, like, why aren't you performing Sarah? That's not a Lindsey song. I get it. You don't want to do Think About Me or something like that, but it's just a little bizarre that the reviewers around the country are all picking up on this 38-year-old album, and now they're all just great music critics. At the time, I bet you the critics liked this album because it went against the grain. Some of the more commercially, influenced critics who probably didn't like Rumors when it came out were probably saying, oh, well, this is bad compared to Rumors. Well, again, it's experimental. It's a double album. A lot of bands do this. They hit it big, and then they go and be artistic. And then, certain group of people hate it. But again, it's Fleetwood Mac, folks. It's still very accessible music for the most part. The fact that they're going out of their way to bring this up, really, to me, is revisionism. And when they start doing revisionism, then I know the goal is to kind of just eliminate this guy, to pretend he didn't exist, to not honor his contributions in the group, to minimize them and all this stuff. And I'm sorry, folks. It's like, that expression, the elephant in the room. I mean, please. It's Lindsey Buckingham, folks. The other thing is, Lindsey brings a lawsuit. So the band says, oh, we welcome this. Okay. A smart legal team would get together with Lindsey's legal team before it goes to court, before it becomes a big spectacle, and tries to work something out, out of court settlements. You hear it all the time. Before it goes to court, hey, are you willing to pay this much money to Lindsey? Lindsey gets $10 million instead of 12. Would he take it? I don't know. But it gets your problem off the front page. And look, Lindsey's got every right. He was planning on going on this tour. The emails indicate that. This is also what's not being reported in these news stories. It's so funny that there's no acknowledgement that, hey, he really wanted to stay in this group. So that's my take on it. I think they're really trying to humiliate him. And from a fan perspective, the fans are really galvanized behind Lindsey Buckingham. And I know there's a Stevie Legion out there, but I think the intellectual sort of high ground is owned right now by Lindsey Buckingham fans. Just saying. Done. See you soon.